Alright, so welcome guys. Welcome back to a No Hate Bro podcast where you learn a lot of informative things.
Facts.
Disclaimer, this is your opinion. So if you differ, please leave it down in the comment section below. But further ado, let's get into the podcast.
And guys, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you haven't, if you're watching the videos, don't like and comment and share and subscribe. I only like this podcast, bro. You get me?
Yeah.
You speak about things, you learn stuff, you hear stuff. Subscribe, like, tell a friend so
Tell
they
a
can hear the
friend, you know what
podcast.
I'm
You get
saying?
me? And leave a comment down below.
Yes. Sorry, so the first topic of the day, should men pay for sex?
What do you think about that?
Should men pay for sex? I don't believe a man should pay for sex.
Why do you say that?
Because
Why do you say that?
if we're going on the perspective where it comes from a relationship wise, where you and the female are intimate, you shouldn't be paying for sex. That doesn't make sense because as formal topics before, which we spoke about early on in other podcasts, is sex a woman's duty? You get what I'm saying? And we get points where women says yes, sex is a woman's duty, and I do agree with them because you want to know you're coming home from a hard day of labor and coming home to know that alright, you can get to release some stress. So I personally, if it comes from that sense where relationship, I personally believe that men should not pay for sex because if you are a man in society, everyone needs sex, yes. But that doesn't mean you have to get up and go to pay for sex. Because there's that one female out there. You just need to talk to her the right way and you will definitely get sex. You know what I'm saying? So what are your point of views?
Well, sex is only made for one, for example, use.
Yeah.
Which is procreation having kids.
Yeah.
Furthermore, men use it for recreational purposes, for example, relaxation, enjoyment in spare time. So if a woman understands, like, for example, as I said, sex is her duty, I don't see the reason why I want to pay for something that's free. But you have the talk in the street that, because I was speaking to some co-workers and they were saying, like, it doesn't matter where, like, what you do, you still pay for sex. Because, I mean, like, they gave me an example, like, for example, if you guys had sex, and she said, here what, I want some KFC, that is paying for sex. So I'm saying, like, a woman is not going to take up a man without a future. A woman wants to know that he has a future, he can protect and provide for my kids, he can protect and provide for me. So why, in the sense, knowing that you're a man to protect and provide, why would you want to have sex with a lady and not treat her like a lady? Buying her nails, ensuring that she's doing okay.
Yeah.
You get me? Take her, for example, you give her the best experience to her, you take her to the mall,
Yeah.
shopping spree. Why wouldn't you want to treat a lady if you're having, for example, intimate sex? You have to understand that sex is overall to show love and affection, and
Yeah.
to show love and affection, a man's duty, you have to understand that men show love different. Men show love by protecting and providing.
Yeah.
And women show love by nurturing the kids, ensuring that her man is doing okay,
Yeah.
wash, cook, and clean. Yes, she can spoil him sometimes because some women like to, for example, know that they're working and making their own money. So maybe she can, for example, buy some stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
Everyone is different. But I'm saying like men and women show love different. But I know for sure as a man, men show love by protecting and providing. So why wouldn't you know want to protect and provide for your own lady that you're saying you're having sex? I don't understand.
And with the point, I do agree with that, because what like your co-workers are saying, I can't agree that it is called paying for sex. That's not paying for sex. You're just treating a woman the right way. She should be treated because
Exactly, you're
first of
treating her
all,
like a lady.
you are protecting and providing for her. You're going out there working hard labor, but at the same time, if she's home, cook, clean, wash, and everything, nothing is wrong with treating a lady right. If you buy a woman food, so that means because you have to buy her food, that means, and then she gives sex after that means you have to pay for that. Doesn't make no sense.
But I mean, like, they were saying it doesn't make any, like, it really doesn't matter because they're still paying it for in the long run. Because they were saying, like, stop give your woman money and say, shop lock pie and this and that. So they're saying, like, some men pay for sex directly, like, when they go to them, for example, back road or stuff and say, hey, what I want some sex, this type of money I have. And then again, some men pay for it indirectly. For example, as I said, I have sex with her and then they say, okay, she wants KFC, that's paying for sex. So I said to them, say, okay, I'm going to jump on your point now. So since woman is paying for sex, directly or indirectly, what is the difference between a prostitute and a wife?
And that's facts.
What is the difference between a prostitute and a wife? Because I mean, like, a prostitute I know for sure, is one that, for example, she sells sex directly. She's saying that, hey, what? You give me money and I give you sexual service in exchange. Oral sex, anal sex, buggery, intercourse, anything you want. I'll give you the money, you give me the sex. Simple. Women know,
Wife.
yeah, and so far to their reason go, a wife know that sells sex indirectly because that's what they're saying, you get me? For example, you have sex with her and then you go to, for example, KFC and buy her something that's paying for sex indirectly. But I'm saying that I know for sure a wife is a feminine woman. She respects herself.
Yeah.
She protects her human dignity by not sleeping around with, for example, a lot of men.
Yeah.
She chooses her men wisely because she understands that choosing a man is an asset. You get me? She respects herself. She doesn't sell sex. That's one thing for sure. You get me? She wash, she cooks, she cleans. You get me? She's an independent woman, so to say. You get me? She can work her money and stuff. So I wanna say differentiate that's a wife from that's a prostitute.
Yeah.
So as far as their reasoning is going, if I, for example, say I'm a pickpocket, right? I don't steal money directly.
Yeah.
I steal it indirectly because I'm a pickpocket.
Yeah.
But for example, the robbers right now that are robbing the bricks, they're direct robbers. You get
Yeah.
me? So doesn't the same reason make me a robber?
Yeah.
So does the same reason makes the, for example, the wife selling sex indirectly a prostitute?
Yes.
So basically, as far as their reason goes, they're saying all women are prostitutes then.
That's what you're saying.
And this is why I say this is utterly rubbish. Because if you're going to say all women are prostitutes, so to say, as far as their reasons go, basically you're telling me that children right now that are grown adults, which is them, are the byproduct and the result of purchasing sex, directly or indirectly. So do you cause that a good cause? Exactly. So women don't sell sex, men don't pay for sex.
That's bollocks.
It's rubbish.
It's really bollocks because at the same time, it's the wife's duty to nurture and ensure that you are okay. So
Exactly.
if you should ask a wife, she will not come to you and say, "You're paying for sex. I give it willingly." You know what
Bro,
I'm saying?
as I said, it's supposed to reciprocate it. You get me? I give you, for example, orange juice, you give me orange juice. I protect and provide, you give me, for example, sex, and you, for example, give me respect and loyalty. That's what it is. It's
Yeah.
reciprocating. So the sense of buying sex, bro, is rubbish. Because they're saying that you buy sex anyway, take it. And I'm saying like, you
No.
speak for yourself. I don't buy sex. You
Yeah.
just claim it. You just claim it upon yourself that all women are prostitutes, and it's rubbish.
That's rubbish. That's bollocks. Sir. But not to Terry. Do you believe that family may be the cause of relationship breakups?
I believe so.
Why?
Don't get me wrong, say, like, whenever you look back in the day and stuff, and like you watch a movie and all those things,
Yeah.
you, for example, see that the women are saying, like, okay, here what, he's a prince, you get me? I want you to choose that husband, and I want you to choose this husband, and this and that. And you have to understand, bro, sometimes, like, when you're choosing, for example, a mate, you have to be very cautious. You have to be very cautious choosing a mate.
facts.
Because, I mean, like, yeah, for example, like, some people can, for example, have unprotected sex. And, for example, get a child inadvertently.
Yeah.
Means they wasn't having the intention to have kids. But they understand that, yo, I'm a mom now, I'm a dad now, I have to
Yeah.
live up to the
after this,
responsibility.
the responsibility.
So, choosing a mate, you have to be very careful. Because, I mean, like, looks are not symmetrical, you know. When I mean looks are not symmetrical, I mean that the same thing I look for in a woman, for
Yeah.
example, loyalty, respect, feminine woman, wash, cook, and clean. She can be an independent woman by working for herself. It's not the same thing a woman looks for in a man.
Yeah.
A woman looks for in a man, he has a future, he has a business mindset, can create assets of income, can
Yes.
protect and provide for the kids. So looks are not symmetrical. Men and women look for two different things. So when you understand that, you say, here, I have to, for example, choose my mate cautiously. I have to choose this lady because she's a feminine woman, she doesn't sleep around, she doesn't have a sexual past.
Yeah.
You get me? She respects me. She has morals, she's God fearing, you get me? Because I mean, like, you have to understand, bro, genes are something real.
Yeah.
You get me? Because I mean, like, if for example, so to say, a prostitute doing a OnlyFans, I mean, like, it's some extent biological, the person is going to come out just like that.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like, you have a thing named, what should I say now? Retribution. You get me? So the things that you did, it can fall on a kid. So you have to be
That
very
is
careful.
facts, yes.
So you have to be very careful in choosing a mate. And I honestly think that sometimes parents can be like
Contributing factors.
contribute to this. Because I mean, like, I can be, for example, living my life, and I'm not saying you shouldn't go around and take, for example, advice or I think this and I think that, for example, from your parents or your dad. Because I mean, like, you have to understand that You still have to take, for example, advice from the elders and, for example, your family members or your friends, because sometimes they can have much more experience than you.
And I believe that, as I may say, I believe that some parents they contribute to relationship breakups. For example, if I should have a girl, I have a girlfriend, and my parents come and live in and they don't like, and them do everything in their power just to make me and that female stop
Exactly, I'm
talking.
telling you.
But the thing is, what I want some of these parents to understand is that we have our own choices. If I am interested in a female and you may not like her, I like her. I see what I like in her. So you should not be the one to come out and be like, I'm not like her, for date her, for marry her. You get what I say? And that now put a bad eye upon the girl in a sense where she says, hey, John Oakstar, you
She,
man like me.
she feels
And
intrusive now.
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that just put a.
How to block.
Yeah. So I personally believe that some of you parents should allow your kids or your child to have that form of opinion for himself. Don't
Freedom of
pick,
choice.
choose or refuse. Yes. I understand in some religions, as for example Hinduism, that you would the parents would choose, or like if it's a girl, the parents would choose a man for a female. But as I said, that's religion. That's their belief. But my belief is that we all were born on this earth with our own choices. We have our own mindset. So we should be the one that should make our own choices. Nothing is wrong with collecting opinions from others, but at the same time, we have our own choices. So we should be the one to choose, not you guys. Because I understand that you may come to us and you may say, yes, I believe that a girl is not right for you. And it's right for you to understand what they're saying at the same time. But at the same time, you have to look at your own eye and be like, probably true, And in the same scenario, you can use it with facts and opinions. A factual thing is something that can be proven. Opinions is just your own, form of interpretation of that information. And you can tie it in back with the same thing. If your parents come to you, say, if you know say she has skettle and you love her, your mother come to you and tell us, a skettle that, but because of love, you're going to make love blind. You say, a skettle, you're not going to listen to her. No. And that's why I said, there is nothing wrong with understanding the opinion of the parents. At the same time, they have to understand what we feel. We want to choose for yourself. You should be the one choosing for us. So it all comes down to parent educating the son and the son or daughter choosing their own choice.
Yeah, because as I said, bro, so far as the reason about, you have to
Yeah.
understand that you have to precede someone else, for example, opinion.
Yes.
Because like you don't want to choose, for example, a wrong mate. Because like, look, for example, the footballer,
Yeah.
Arif Kahimi. You get me? The woman wanted to, for example, demand more than half. And this is why it's crazy, bro. And this is why it is good to, for example, mom what to think about this, dad what to think about this girl, you get me?
Yes.
Because you have to understand, you can't really fight fire with water. You get me? So they're giving you fire and saying, well, I don't like that girl, and you're going to try to cool it and say, hey, what, I'm going to make this work and show them that, hey, what,
Yes.
it can work. And then when you really look in the long run, she may be divorced, she may be sleep with the next man,
Yeah.
then she have a next kid outside of the family, you get me? Don't try to fight fire with water. You just try to understand, as you said, here's that opinion, hear what your friends think about the girl, you get me? You have to really do a background check.
Yes.
I advocate men to do a background check when they're choosing a wife, especially.
Yes.
This generation right now, it's crazy.
But we have this genre of music called souls
Yeah.
and woman song or love song. So do you believe that should men dwell upon these type of songs? Do you feel it's right for the man's mindset to dwell upon love songs?
But I mean, like, don't get me wrong, still, it's a very interesting topic.
Yeah.
I mean, like, first thing first, I have to realize that music is a very powerful thing.
Yes.
That's one thing for sure. Get me? As I was watching this documentary, this man was going and robbing and shooting, and all he did was just listen to music, and he was doing it like he was just eating a piece of cake. Get me?
Influence.
Son, exactly, bro. Influence is a very strong thing. When you really look around the world, you notice they work off influence. So, for example, shots fired in the air and everybody's surrounding, everyone is going to run.
Yes.
But if shots fired in the air, no one's going to move. Nobody's going to move. So you understand that influence is a very strong thing. Music is influence.
Yes.
And you have to understand, like when you're listening to music, it attacks the mind.
Yes.
Because I mean, like, where else is it going?
Nowhere.
In the
Because
mind.
it's going in the ears and
Exactly.
travels through the nerves to the brain.
Exactly. And this is why, for example, when you listen to music, it activates the endorphins. So, for example, you listen, for example, couple souls love music and you feel the vibe and you start to gyrate and all of these things. And you get me? It activates the endorphins to make you feel
Yeah.
good. That's what it do. So you have to understand that overall, and this is why I have earphones, because as I said, it attacks the mind.
Yes.
So music is a very powerful thing. You have to be very careful what type of music you put in your ears.
Because at
You
the
get me?
same time, music dwells upon emotions.
Music dwells upon emotion, music touch emotion.
Yes.
Touch
Touch
emotions. Get me? So you have to be very careful what type of music you dwell upon. For example, you have to, differentiate what is reality from art. Music is art.
Yes.
For example, someone can say, well, I just bought, for example, I have $1 million mansion and I'm driving the Benz and this and that. I just shoot that kid. And when you really look at reality, he's capping. He's capping his rap. So you have to differentiate what is art from reality, bro.
Yeah.
For example, gun music, gun violence. You get me? Most of these artists, they're not living
They're not
the
living
life.
that life.
When people, for example, take it up into reality and lose their life, some of them go to jail. Sadly, some of them are in the
I
casket.
believe that they watch too much movies.
Well, I wouldn't say really movies, bro. When you really look around the world, now, there's a lot of influence.
And yeah, at the same time, with the same whole of news and believing. So because of what they're seeing on the news, I believe that they're right based on what they're hearing. So because what they're seeing and hearing, they're right off of that. But at the same time, as you just said, they're capping in their rap.
Yeah, they're capping.
So
They're lying.
if they sing about goddess so I'm a killer man and a boy get my dog come head get cheap, you know what I'm saying? But truth and fact when I go to them in real life, them a coward.
Yeah, bro, it's nothing like that. So you have to differentiate what
You know
is
what I'm saying?
art from reality.
Yeah.
Because as I said, bro, music is a very powerful thing. Music can move people. It's either love or fear.
Yeah.
So you either move by love or you move by fear.
But
Furthermore,
yeah.
I honestly think men should have a balance between love music. Because I mean, like, don't get me wrong, still, people that dwell upon love music, it is obvious they're very emotional. I can tell you. I have a lot of cousins, they get me. For example, he loves love music. The people that love soul, they get me. When I really look at, for example, parties and people are playing souls, they get me. They give you this like soft tone of vibes. They see them start
Shake 2 times.
you get me? You get me? So you have to understand that,
Yeah,
as I
I'm
said,
saying.
bro, it's influence.
Yes.
It forces you to conform. You know, if for example, if you're playing, for example, love music, everybody start to give it a soft tone of vibe.
Yeah.
And this, for example, this mushy type of vibe, this love. And then when you're playing, for example, gum songs, you get me? It gives
But
you a
it's cheap.
Exactly. So you have to understand that music pushes the type of mood for you. So I don't think men should dwell upon love music all the time. I'm not saying love music is bad.
Yeah.
We need music.
Of course.
You get me? Love music is, for example, is relevant.
Yeah, at the same time, persons use different type of music for different type of emotions.
Yeah,
too.
and different
For
type
different
of,
situations.
yeah, I mean,
you know?
like, music is over recreational.
Yeah, because
Get me to, for
I
example,
may be
relax
feeling
and get
active
their
and
ease and
and I
Yeah.
may be feeling down and if I'm feeling a certain type of way, I'm gonna listen to a certain type of music just to calm.
Yeah.
And as I said, the people use, as I said, recreational purposes. People use music for take stress off of their mind. But not this sense where if I love music or any type of music, them now for listen, I love music for say them in love. But them some persons may use it to soothe the mind.
Well,
Some
no,
person
well,
way,
well, don't get me wrong, still. That's very true, but I'm saying, like, people that listen to love music often, it's obvious they tend to get hurt very often in relationships, mostly.
yeah.
And the reason why I say that is because, for example, if I'm having a bad day at work, I go listen to souls. You get me? If I'm having this day at work, I go listen to souls. If I'm having that day, I go listen to souls. You get me? It's giving you, it's going to make you water
Emotional,
down.
yeah.
It's going to, for example, liquefy you. It can make you soft. And I'm not saying love music is bad in a book. I'm just saying you have to have a balance with everything.
Yeah.
You have to have a
Same.
balance with everything. What I like to listen to, I like to listen to music that makes me feel like the man. You get me? So for example, I have a hard day at work, I listen to some Massacre. You get me? I listen to this, I listen to that. I like to listen to music that makes me feel like the man and say, hey what? I'm the man, I have to tackle the road, I have to make money,
Yeah.
I have to do this. have to do that, I have to go
I
to the
got
gym.
put on, you know what I got put on the other day, and I'm going to encourage the right young men to do. Listen, motivational quotes.
Exactly.
You see, like for example, Tate or
Yeah.
just a regular, like big influencers that speak motivation. I tend to, if I'm feeling a certain type of way, I tend to vent to music, but more while I just start say books. Let's start listening to them. I mean, I say, oh, what am I say? You can do this, you can do that, and
Exactly,
I'm like,
bro.
yo, that's motivation to the mind. And then they say it infiltrates the mind to where Peter tell me something can do it, and then my mind they say, yo, you can do it. So come out of that from
Exactly.
emotion, sad because better days are coming ahead.
Exactly, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna dwell in the past and hurt and all them say, oh my hurt and no. The motivational quotes motivate you. Forget up and start work. If you get hurt today, if you start just listen motivational quotes, people. I mean, I tell you, you're gonna see a big difference. So, wait, man.
Exactly, bro. And as I said, bro, this is why I tell men, I don't think they should develop on love music often.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they can't develop on love music, but you should have a balance. As I said, what I like to, the type of music I listen to,
Yes.
the music that makes me feel like I am the man. That makes me know that, I have to go to the gym, build the best prototype version of
So
myself.
men
have to
deal
be
with
the man.
emotions different and women deal with emotions different.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm saying like
Yeah.
in the sense of music, bro.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like some people they like to dwell upon love music, and then obviously it's going to attack the mind. Everything starts from in the mind.
Yes.
And then they carry out the action, and they get, for example, hurt over and over and over
That's
and
it.
over and
Yeah.
over. Because some of them they want to love, but they don't even understand what is love.
What is love?
They fail to understand and they don't know what is love. So that's two negatives. It's a double negative.
Yeah.
It's just like I tell you reverse backwards. Instead I could tell you just reverse.
Yeah.
You get me? So, and this is why I tell people here what, don't dwell upon love music very often. I'm not saying it is bad,
Yeah.
because as I said, we still need love music, we still need crime music. If everything is relevant, good and bad is relevant right
Yeah.
now. But don't dwell upon it. It is much more accurate and much more constructive to build, for example, dwell upon music that is going to make you feel like you're the man. You need to, for example, create value as a man.
Yeah.
You need to, for example, be a feminine woman. You need to respect. You need to, for example, change this about you so you can, for example, make yourself a better person.
Yeah.
I listen to those type of music. Music that is going to say that, here what, you can't stay in bed, you need to work, you need to go to the gym, you need to do this, you need to do that. It makes me build myself into a better man. So you understand that self-improvement attracts what you want.
Yes.
So for example, if I have all the money in the world and I divide it equally among the people, couple days after it's going to go in the same pockets. Because I mean, like, somebody wants a car, somebody wants food, somebody wants an engine.
Yeah.
You get me? And then again, you now understand that, what, this is something that you attract. And how you attract it is self-improvement.
That's facts.
You get me? So I honestly advocate people to listen to music that is going to make themselves a better person.
Yeah.
Instead of dwelling upon love music. Because I mean, like, you can't attack the subject love and you don't know what is love.
Yeah.
Some people define love totally different. Some people define love by me have to beat her liquor down. You get me? Some people
That's
define
not
love, for
love,
example, after don't talk to her, for example, 3 to 5 months.
Yeah.
And then because she's not getting any attention, she cheats on me, so I'm going to cheat on her back. Some people don't know what is love either.
Yeah, free.
You get me? So don't attack the subject that you don't even know. Self-improvement is needed. Self-improvement is always needed. Focus on yourself and you attract what you want.
But in conclusion, men, there should be balance between your choice of music, right?
That
There
is
should be
very,
balance.
that is very important.
And I want you guys to take that into initiative and take that into consideration
That
and
is very
think about
important.
it. And remember the fact that listen motivational things. Don't listen things that are, if you're hurt and you listen to a love song and you're hurt, be hurt.
Bro,
You get what I'm saying?
if she breaks up with you, and for example, she gave somebody a blowjob, for example, she cheats on you by sleeping with another guy, do not listen to Billie Eilish. Don't listen to Billie Eilish or those love music or those souls.
Yeah.
Don't do that, bro. Listen music that is
Words
going to
of the
motivate you.
emotions. Motivation.
Motivation, bro. Don't do that.
But we have come to the end of the podcast. Thank you, my bro, for coming on the podcast again. You know?
Very
And
wonderful,
make
bro.
sure y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And I realize majority of you are watching, but you're not subscribing and liking or commenting. Guys, subscribe, please subscribe, because it helps to grow the channel. And as you may know, guys, this is Mahal First TV. His links will be down in the
Subscribe, guys,
description.
subscribe.
And make sure you subscribe to his channel. But further ado, thank you all for listening. And I hope
Until
you all
next time.
enjoy.